Hey everybody, it's Dr. Levi. Welcome back to our podcast. Basically, it's our YouTube questions here. So your Q&A, we're helping you with all the questions that you've asked. I want to give you some answers. So one question here was, what are some ways to increase metabolism? Well, that's really easy. One of the true elixirs of health that will increase your metabolism is exercise. If you exercise, you will increase your metabolism. If you stop a sedentary lifestyle and do more, become more active, walk more, swim, jog, take hikes, all of these things will increase your metabolism. But also, they'll give you an opportunity to lose weight, to become more fit, to be more healthy, and to increase your cardiovascular health. And this is so important because cardiovascular disease is the #1 killer of men and women in America. So if you're exercising and increasing your metabolism, you're doing all the right stuff. So I hope that helps you. Again, how do you increase your metabolism? Exercise, #1. Next question. Hi, Dr. Levi. I have 2 questions. #1, are you a real doctor? If so, what are your qualifications, etc.? I ask not to be disrespectful, but because I worry about how many people claim to be healthcare professionals but only have pseudo qualifications in alternative therapies. I have a pain that has been bothering me for some time. I'm 29, fit and healthy, but I get an ache in my lower back that feels like it originates somewhere between the back of my left hip and my left glute around the base of my spine. What is this? Why is it only one side, and what can I do to get rid of it? Love your work and thanks for the great videos. Well, I want to say thank you for the great questions. So, #1, am I a real doctor? Yes. But with that said, there are different types of doctors. I am a medical doctor, an MD. Other people may have a PhD, a doctorate degree, a doctor of philosophy. That's not me. I'm a medical physician. I'm an orthopedic surgeon with a subspecialty fellowship training in hand, wrist, elbow, shoulder surgery. So I did my undergraduate work at the University of Notre Dame in South Bend, Indiana. I did my master's work at Howard University in solid state physics and electrical engineering. And I did my medical degree at UC Davis. And I trained in orthopedic surgery. I did my residency, I did my internship at UC Davis Medical Center. I did my 5-year plus residency here in Los Angeles at Orthopedic Hospital at the County Institutes here. And then I did a year of plastics and hand fellowship training at the Indiana Hand Center, which is now called the Hand to Shoulder Center. So I've been in private practice now for quite a few years. So thanks for your question. No, it's not disrespectful at all. You know, if you don't ask, you won't know. So I appreciate the question. I hope that it helps. Now, your other question was about back pain that you have. You have it only on one side. #1, I recommend the following. I think you should go and be seen by either a neurosurgeon or an orthopedic spine surgeon so they can evaluate you. And most likely they're going to get an MRI of your spine to see if you have something called foraminostenosis. You may have arthritis in your spine. You may have some area of impingement on the nerve. You also may have referred pain from your thigh to your back, or from your back to your spine. There's so many different things that can be happening there. So #1, you have to be evaluated. And #2, I would do that sooner than later. All right. So before you start trying any of the exercise that I talk about, I really recommend highly that you go to be seen and evaluated by an orthopedic spine doctor or a neurosurgeon. That's very important. And again, after the MRI is done, this is the way it goes. #1, they'll do a physical exam and take your history. #2, they'll do x-rays. And #3, they'll do an MRI or possibly a CT scan of your spine. In medicine, once we have the data, we can formulate a strategic plan to get you healthy and to get you feeling back on track, all right? So I hope that helps you, and I hope I answered your question appropriately. Next question. Hello, Dr. Levi. Thank you for those videos. I have 2 questions. My wrist did start hurting a bit actually a few months ago, most likely because I juggled much. With resting, the wrist stopped juggling, etc. It got better. But now it got even worse because of the work I have to do. My wrist especially hurt on both sides. So like under the thumb and on the other side. I actually do some wrist exercise you showed on your channel, but it doesn't help that much. What would you advise? My right shoulder just started hurting a bit also. But just 3 days ago, what exercises would you recommend? I really appreciate an answer. Okay, so let's say a few things about your question. Number one, if your wrists are hurting and you said on the side with your thumb on this in this area, if you have pain with this motion, this is called the Finkelstein's test. If you have pain across here, you may be developing something called the Quervain stenosing tenosynovitis, which is a tendonitis of the first extensor tendon compartment of your wrist. Now, the way we treat that, number one, we treat it with rest. Number two, with anti-inflammatory medication like ibuprofen or naproxen or some other anti-inflammatory. We can brace your thumb for a while. You can also benefit from physical therapy, occupational therapy, or possibly acupuncture. The goal here, above all, is to rest your hands. You said you're juggling a lot. Well, you know what? Your body's saying, hey, I don't like that. Give me a break. So pain is the great equalizer in medicine. It tells us that the body doesn't like what we're doing. So we have to listen. How do we listen? We have to stop doing what we're doing. Now, that doesn't mean stop working out or exercising, because if your hands are working, guess what? You can still work your legs, you can work your stomach, your glutes, your calves. This is one golden rule about fitness I want to share with you, and that is when it comes to working out, always work around the injury. So if you have a thigh injury or an ankle injury, well, guess what? Work your stomach, work your arms, work your shoulders, work your back. Never completely stop working out. That's the key. Always do something. The body appreciates it. It really does. I hope that helps you.